juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Some men love women until that woman gains weight or doesn't cook for them or has a baby or gets sick or isn't the woman that they desire anymore. I had a conversation a couple years ago with a friend of mine after she had her second child. She was talking specifically about how her husband told her he wasn't attracted to her anymore because she gave birth twice. Because he wasn't attracted to her anymore, this obviously had ripple effects into their intimate life. If you've ever given birth, you know that you can't speed the healing process. It's something that you have to surrender to. You don't know to the extent and in which ways your body is going to be affected through pregnancy, but your hormones don't even begin to start to regulate until 6 months after you're done breastfeeding. And there's data that suggests it takes a woman 3 years to recover from giving birth once.
Yeah, that's all well and good, sweetie, but a lot of women don't bother to get back in shape at all after giving birth. And a lot of the times, that's because they know they have the guy trapped and on the hook for child support in case of a divorce.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, again, it's just look at how women are. Don't body shame me. Oh, my body, my choice. You know, love me as I am. Until there was a shot that made everybody skinny. Now look at everybody. Like everybody's lost. Like America, since these GOPs or whatever things came out, has lost a tremendous amount of weight as Americans.
And she's like, we both wanted to have kids and we have these 2 beautiful kids, and how is this the focus now? And meanwhile, he's gained a bunch of weight, but she's not over here going, I'm not attracted to you anymore because all of a sudden you have a dad bod.
Every day, more lies.
I'm 9 months postpartum. I'm heavier than I want to be. I'm heavier than I was before I gave birth. If I fast or if I go into a calorie deficit, my supply shuts down. Also, I'm so sleep deprived that if I have the option to work out or take a nap, I'm going to take a nap because that's truly what my body needs. Also, how disrespectful to say that to any woman, nonetheless your wife. She risked everything twice, and that's all you have to say.
Risked everything? Risked what? It is a natural process that women do. Yes, there may be some risk, but it ain't, freaking a car accident or something.
The mental and psychological changes that come with becoming a mother, the way that they change you inside and out, and really what...
Oh, shut up.
Sweetie, listen, when they got married, he agreed to pay for her entire existence and for the kids, and she agreed to be attractive for him and to take care of the home and the family. That was the deal. And for the vast majority of men, 1 or 2 or even 3 years of her gaining weight after birth is fine. But after that, she needs to get back in shape and keep her end of the deal. And you can't refute that by saying that he got fat too, because that's not his end of the deal. His end of the deal is paying for everything, which he still does, even with a dad.
I mean, I do admit that you at least still gotta keep yourself in shape. Just don't let yourself go, man.
Odd.
Indeed.
But you know what the funny thing is? The same women who claim they can't get back in shape because of quote-unquote postpartum and baby exhaustion do start getting back in shape when they start planning the divorce and they need to attract the husband's replacement, or when they start cheating on their husbands.
Man, that's messed up.
It's true.
So, to quote you lovely ladies, if she wanted to, she would.
Imagine babies didn't come from women. Imagine they came from like a literal portal on Earth. How would you treat that portal? There would be constant religious ceremonies at the portal. People would be laying down flowers. People would be giving fruit as an offering. People would be praying to the portal. People would
be protecting this shit with everything they got.
Treat the portal like it was an actual god. They would pray to the portal at night when they're away from the portal. People would start a whole religion around the portal and say that the portal is God itself. I mean, it gives you the new humans. Like, oh yeah, babies come from the portal, of course. The portal's divine. We love the portal. But instead, babies actually just come from women. Like, women are goddess.
That's where I thought he was going with it. I was hoping he was gonna. I thought he was gonna be a nice misogynistic joke or something. That's what I was hoping for.
Women are the closest thing to God. Take away spirituality completely. Throw spirituality away. Take everything away and just look at it bare bones. Women are the closest thing to God.
Blasphemy!
No, they're not, kiddo. Women are human just like the rest of us. But your blasphemy aside...
It's like, if you say that, that means every female species on the planet is some kind of god.
Let's talk about this fantasy scenario of yours where babies come from a portal. And in order for that portal to pop out a baby, it needs a man to squirt some baby juice into it. Otherwise, the portal doesn't pop out babies.
Correct.
It just gets fat. Posts cringe on TikTok and votes for communism.
It gets
So,
deep.
since it's the man's
And smelly.
baby juice that actually makes the portal pop out babies, entire religions would be made around men's baby juice dispensers. And everybody would be putting mayonnaise on their burgers in reverence to the magic baby juice.
That was a good one, man. Talk. That's a good
And at that point, all the men everywhere would be wondering, what exactly is the purpose of women in the world? Since, civilization is built and maintained by men, and babies come from a portal.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You see, guys, this is what happens when you simp so hard for women. You actually end up diminishing them and looking like an idiot in the process.
Correct.
Pathetic.
You literally diminish them to birth givers, like how a lot of people refer to them now instead of mothers.
You know, I had written down that my 2013 is your 1998 because that was the time where I just hit so hard and I was so embarrassed. And you were mentioning your family too. I mean, there was even a time where my brother and sister didn't want to go to school because of how humiliated they were to be related to me. And I remember even, my brother at one point, he was saying, I don't judge you, but you could understand how hard it is for me to go to school and you be my sister.
Yeah.
And that really, I was a hard sibling to have as a little girl. So I was like, all right, we're even. But it was really hard for me in 2013. And I lost everything during that time in my personal life because of the choices I was making professionally. If I kept dressing or acting a certain way, my relationships fell apart. No one wanted to date me because they didn't want to be with a woman. That sexual expression part was not for them. It was like shared with the world. So like guys, when I would try to date, when I was dating or who I was engaged at the time, that didn't work out because I was sharing a part of myself that men wanted to be saved for them only. And the fact that I would, pose nude or dance in very little clothes or show my body was making them feel like I was taking something away that was meant to be for them. So I would have really hard times dating. And it was...
Damn, she actually at least kind of understands it. She understands. This is actually empathy right here. It feels like the description that she just gave seems very legit.
It was really hard. It was really hard for me to go home and see my dad and like look him in the eyes and not feel super embarrassed.
Well, gee, who would have thought that men don't want to date women who act like 304s, and the fathers of women who act like 304s are embarrassed by their daughter's 304 behavior. But at the end of the day, why is this even an issue for you? I mean, you and your fans can buy yourselves flowers, right? So please, you and your fans keep doing what you're doing so the rest of us can laugh at the
That's who I thought this was. I thought this was Miley Cyrus, but I wasn't sure.
cringe you post on TikTok.
So normally when I record these types of videos, I try to filter myself because I don't want to offend anyone. But I just feel so led to just like be so real because I feel like
It doesn't matter how you feel!
how concerning it is for me as a woman who loves Jesus to see very rarely a man who loves Jesus walking fully in his masculinity.
Yeah, I think you have a very distorted view of masculinity, but by all means, continue to cringe.
Why is it that I am getting pursued more by a man's who never goes to church, never reads his Bible? I'm getting pursued and asked out more by that kind of man than the guy who goes to church, the guy who reads his Bible.
Well, maybe because the men who go to church are more interested in worshiping God when they go to church.
Makes sense.
Not trying to pick up women.
But also, like, some of these guys who are in the world, like, they are working harder than the guys that I see go to church. It doesn't mean that they need to be making more money.
Every day, more lies.
It's just like
It's all about money.
they're actually like having aspirations, having goals, like having vision for their life. Whereas like some of the guys at church literally like they don't work hard. They don't want to work hard. They're literally just like vibing with the spirit.
So basically, according to you, the true measure of a man is not how godly he is, it's how much money he can afford to spend on you.
I want the men that I see go to church, the men that I go to church with, I want to see those men
Rich.
be more manly and more masculine than the men in the
She
world.
didn't even describe anything manly or masculine other than the amount of money and just ambition.
Translation, they need to make more money.
Like, I want to see them pursuing women more than the guys in the world. Like, why is it that us girls, us women of God, are getting pursued more by guys who don't even ever go to church? And that doesn't make it easy for us to like be with a guy who loves God when like we're getting pursued and asked out by guys who don't really love God, maybe are open to it.
Oh, so you admit you only have choices because men approach you and give you those choices.
I don't know. I just
Oh, shut up.
Well, let me explain it to you.
If a man loves the world, the love of the Father's not in him. For all that's in the world, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, pride of life, it's not of the Father, it's of the world.
World's desires pass away. But he who does God's will is going to live forever.
Forever.
You see, sweetie, it's because you're a gold digger.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Again, these women try to go about saying all these things and try not to make themselves sound like a gold digger, but when it revolves around money constantly and what kind of job he has, you're a gold digger. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.